Hello everybody and welcome here to another video on this beautiful channel. Around a year ago somebody sent this picture of a woman walking around in pigeon shoes in my Discord. And I wouldn't be famous or not famous for... Famous for dating pigeons? Famous? Like, okay. And since I don't think the bird agrees with that. I was the biggest How to Fool Boyfriend streamer with 10 viewers at some point. And since I'm kind of famous for dating pigeons, I thought, I want these shoes and I pay no matter what. But I couldn't buy those shoes. You just couldn't buy them. But I found something even better. I found instructions on how to do it yourself, your own pigeon shoes. And that's what I did. All I needed for the pigeon shoes were felt, styrofoam, and shoes. I started with drawing the outlines on some felt and then cutting it out, so we have two equally sized wings. It would have sucked a bit if the pigeon would have two different sized wings. Is it even possible to fly then? I don't know. I then started cutting out some, circles, not really circle-ish thingies, which are supposed to be the feathers on the wing. It will all make sense in the end. You can do this with different colors or not, whatever you prefer. Yeah, and then you start gluing those little thingies on the wing, and believe me when I say it will take hours and a lot of glue. I used some fabric glue because I thought felt is some kind of fabric, so it's supposed to work. Yeah, well, it took me so much glue that my mom thought I have a glue addiction. Yeah. I ordered it on Amazon so she could see what I'm ordering, and she was a bit worried about me. Well, as you can see, it takes a long time. You will be very frustrated. You will have a lot of glue on your fingers. Your birds will scream at you. They do that anyway. And you will have more felt on your fingers than on your wing. It's all complicated, but in the end, it will be worth it. Trust me. All that matters is that you keep going with the glue, and then it will eventually look like this. For the body, I cut some styrofoam egg in half. You can't see this because I'm the master of YouTube and I totally forgot to film it. And one of the shoes was already done, so I couldn't even, do it afterwards. That sucks. But yeah, you just cut it in the shape of a pigeon and then you start stabbing it with some felt wool. I don't know what the difference is. In English, everything is called felt. In Germany, it's called Filz and Filzwolle, so I don't know what the difference is. I'm not professional. I don't even know what I'm doing. There is a high chance I'm doing wrong, so don't take me for an example. But yeah, you just start stabbing it and stabbing it and stabbing it, letting all your frustration out of it. It's quite therapeutic, but it takes a long time. And then you eventually add the green, because pigeons have purple and green there, at least when we're talking about the normal pigeons that we can find on every train station. By the way, this reminds me of the one time when I was sitting in a park and a pigeon was running against my shoe. Yeah, pigeons are awesome. After you're done with stabbing your pigeon, it's time to make the shoes ready for the pigeons. Well, if you don't have your own shoes, I recommend stealing them from your grandma. I didn't have my own shoes, so I asked my grandma politely if I can have her shoes, and she agreed. I think it should be doable with all kind of heels, because on the picture the woman used normal high heels. I don't know shit about heels, so don't ask me. Don't ask me about shoes, okay? Just don't. And yeah, then I had some piece of wire, and I start I don't even know what I'm doing. I just, twisted it and tried to make it look like pigeon feet. Yeah, somehow. When you have 2 feet, you can start wrapping them in pink felt. I bought myself a hot glue gun halfway through the project because I realized hot glue is sexy and my mom doesn't think I'm a glue addict when I work with hot glue, because it also lasts for way longer than the fabric glue. And also I don't think the fabric glue would be so good on wire. But then I, as I said, started wrapping the stuff in the pink felt. You cannot see shit because I don't know how to use a camera. And yeah, it looks a bit okay-ish. I don't know, it looks a bit shitty, but also okay at the same time. It was hard to not burn my finger and wrap it in pink felt, okay? It was really, really difficult. Then I also had some small balls out of felt. As you can see, the black ones are the eyes and the white ones are the stuff on top of the, I want to say nose, but it's called a beak. Let's use bird words here. So yeah, I then started gluing the feet and the pigeon, and I also added the small details later. It was really hard. I escalated a bit with hot glue. You can't see that, obviously. And yeah, now that the hot glue is dry, you can't see it. It looks really shitty. Looks like someone, I don't know, came right over the head of my pigeon. But only from a certain angle. I don't know if that makes it better or not. Yeah, so I added the details and I was working on the beak, and I think it looks kind of cute, actually. I then cut out some longer half-circly thingies from the felt, which are supposed to be the tail feathers. And while I'm doing this here, I will totally show you guys a video of 2 pigeons ready to mate that I took in 2019 in Amsterdam. I know this is exactly the content you're here for. After the pigeons were done with shagging, I glued on the tail feathers, and yeah, as you guys can see, I was wearing different clothes. That means that I was filming the video at least on 3 different days. Yeah, and this was only the effort of 1 shoe, so you guys can imagine how much work it was. So if you guys want to see me wear those shoes in public for like a day or something, which would be super uncomfortable, but I would do it if we reach 20 likes on the video. And also, if you haven't subscribed, you should consider subscribing. I do a lot of stuff on my channel. I don't even know what actually I'm doing, but I don't know, I just do the stuff that I want to do, and that's fun, like pigeon shoes. I'm planning to do more do-it-yourself projects in the future. Yeah, they will not become less weird. I let everything dry overnight because I wanted it to be as steady as possible when I glue on the wings. It was a bit tricky to glue on the wings because you need a lot of glue so they're not falling apart, but also, yeah, shoes are not straight, so it was quite a difficult task and needed a lot of glue and a lot of time and patience, but eventually it kind of worked out. Also, I wanted to say I'm glad you can see it even on the camera, and then in that moment I took the shoe out of the camera angle. Well, yeah, professional YouTuber. After gluing on the other wing and trying to make everything as steady as possible, I had 2 pigeon shoes, and I was very, very happy with them. So, it's now time for the reveal of the pigeon shoes.